Time to travel and cruise tips. Hello and welcome to this video about cabin L102 on board the Royal Princess. We stayed in cabin L102 on the Royal Princess during our cruise to New Zealand. It is located on the Lido deck at the very front of the ship, so it is a forward-facing balcony. We initially booked a standard balcony cabin, but we were a group of 3 as our son was travelling with us, so we thought a deluxe balcony cabin would give us more space and our son can sleep on a sofa bed instead of a bunk bed. After doing some research, cabin L102 caught my eyes. It is classified as a deluxe balcony cabin with an obstructed view. But the balcony is huge, which is a big advantage, especially given standard Princess balconies are on the smaller side. As to the obstructed view, you do see part of the front of the ship and the railing is metal instead of glass. But this is about it. We were a bit concerned about the wind and the rocking, but I was so attracted to the giant balcony. Plus, it is cheaper, so I decided to give it a go. The cabin itself is pretty standard, same as all the other deluxe balcony cabins. One thing I'd like to mention is that there are only 2 US-style sockets and there is no USB port in the cabin. We had one universal power adapter and a power board, which gave us more than enough sockets for charging various devices. As to the location of the cabin, we really loved it. I guess there was a bit more rocking in this cabin than midship, but we didn't find it too different. We don't get much motion sickness though, so if you do, you may want to do some extra research before deciding your cabin location. It does get really windy on the balcony when the ship is sailing, but most of the time I only felt very strong wind when I stood next to the railing. If I went in a bit, it was not too windy. This was pretty good considering we had many windy days at sea, and the sports deck was closed due to wind on most of the sea days. We even hung a hammock there to have some extra fun. As the cabin is front-facing and is right above the bridge, we did notice some writing on the balcony door that the curtains must be closed at night unless the cabin lights are off. This is to avoid light pollution for the bridge. Another downside of this cabin is to get to the buffet or the gym. You need to go past the pool deck, which means you have to expose yourself to the weather outside. The alternative is to go down to deck 15 and walk along the corridor there is until you're at the aft of the ship and then climb back up. All of this didn't really bother us. The cabin itself is comfortable and quiet. We enjoyed nice views from our balcony when we arrived and departed each port. We enjoyed the balcony the most when we were cruising in the Fiordland National Park. It is actually another main reason for us to choose this cabin. It was a great spot to admire the views of Milford Sound, Dusty Sound, and Doubtful Sound without the crowd. By changing from a midship standard balcony cabin to this front-facing deluxe balcony cabin with obstructed view, we saved almost $1,000. Plus, we got to enjoy a big balcony. We think it was a really good deal. We will definitely stay in this cabin again. Now you know about this cabin, why not watch the next video to find out more about the Royal Princess ship?